Matt from the Weekend Speed Shop. I just picked up our newest project. Can you guess what it is? I just picked up our next project car. It's a VH Commodore 253 with a Trimatic. A little bit of history on this car. I honestly don't know much about it apart from what the guys I bought it from told me. And that is that it was originally an SL 6-cylinder car. It was bought for parts as a parts car, but it was just too good to waste. So the guys decided to get it running and get it registered, which they did. To their credit, they reckon they've put a SLX running gear into it. So it's got a 253 Trimatic gearbox, disc brake rear end. Now the front brakes have been upgraded to a VT caliper and disc. It's also got a VT brake master cylinder and booster fitted to it as well. With the suspension, apparently it's got all new bushes. Control arms have been rebuilt. Obviously I'll be able to tell a bit more once we get underneath it, have a closer look. It does have lowered springs. It kind of looks like the arse is dragging on the ground. I have to fix that. Not my type. I like a little bit of rake to it, not the reverse. Car drives really nice. It is fairly stable on the road. Manual power, manual, so no power steering. But other than that, it cruises nicely, drives really well. I'm doing 110 on the freeway right now, headed back to Sydney, and it's driving nice. No vibrations, no major noises. It's really nice to cruise. Now, the intention for this car is simply to build a cruiser, something that I can take the family out on the weekend, probably on Club Rego. Today's day 2 of owning it. And I'm in the middle of a road trip taking it home from Muswellbrook back to Sydney. So around about 300 k's or not. Not a bad running period, I reckon. First look at our project car. It's a 1982 VH Commodore Wagon. We've picked this up in Muswellbrook and drove it back to Sydney last weekend. The car's pretty much sat there all week and haven't touched it, obviously with work commitments and just busy. So today we're going to give it a shot and have a quick look over this car and just show you around it and see what we can see. Here we go, guys. So the body is really solid. It's got a beautiful sunburn patina on this car. Needs a good cleanup, as you can tell. It's just really rough. Obviously someone's done a bit of sanding on the bonnet and a couple of little repairs. Looks like a nice little patch job there. Apart from that, it's really good. There's no major rust holes. There is one spot we know of. The roof again is in beautiful condition. Quite sunburnt, quite rusty, surface rust. So we just need to fix that up. The car itself is been lowered. It's really low in the back end, but we can fix that up. It
it's an SL Commodore, as I said before. Missing the badge there. We've got some of that stuff though inside the back. Again, no major cancer or rust around the back of the car. It's just unbelievably clean. Even down in the dog legs and quarters are perfect. A lot of this surface rust type sort of stuff, but again, apart from that, we're really looking like a decent sort of vehicle. Yeah, you don't want to see me. Just amazing. So this particular car was saved by the previous owner because he just said it was too good not to. They were going to clear coat it, do an LS conversion and so forth, but they ended up putting in a 253. As you can see, the rust, there's hardly any rust in this car. It's unbelievable. Alright, so let's open this beast up and have a look inside. Alright. So we've got the sandalwood interior with the brown dash. Unfortunately though, someone's put a green seat on the driver's side, which kind of sucks. But the rest of the interior looks pretty clean. Front passenger seat looks pretty good. And then the dash itself is a little bit cracked up the top here, but it ain't too bad. We'll cover that up. Okay, so on our drive home, we notice that the speedo just bounces around as you drive, which is a pretty good indication. Either the speedo cable's broken or it's seized or there's some kind of a problem with it. So we'll have to get ourselves a new one of those. Temperature gauge didn't work, which kind of sucks. Obviously the vacuum economy one's not hooked up either. The fuel gauge basically sat on about 3/4 to halfway the entire trip. Really didn't actually seem to change. I filled up a few times, obviously just because I wasn't sure if it was working or not. The fellas I picked it up from said that it does work, but only goes up to 3/4 and doesn't go the full way, but who knows. Most of the lights do seem to work. Really cool old CD player that we're going to keep. No, we're not. That's going. The clock. I can't believe this thing still ticks over. I don't seem to think it keeps time, but it does seem to work. Obviously this car had AC at one point, doesn't have it now. Rear wiper works, but unfortunately the front wipers don't want to work. It's an automatic, as I said, it's a Trimatic gearbox, and yeah, a few things on the interior which need to be sorted out. Other than that, the car is actually pretty clean. Okay, so this is going to be the first start in about a week. Alright, here we go. Just started it up for the first time. It's really easy to start. After sitting here for a week, the car started first go. Let's pop the bonnet and have a closer look.
Okay, time for our first performance mod. We've got to do something about that breather, I think. Righto. So the first mod we're going to do is, I've got a bit of a breather here, we're just going to cover that up. So let's give this a bit of a quick clean. See if we can pop out the breather that's there. Beautiful. And anything like this will just pop straight in. Perfect. Like it was meant to fit. Okay, first little job, we're going to dig into the electrics and see if we can sort out what's going on for these wipers. Just got myself a multimeter here, and I'm going to pop the panel off and we're going to check out these fuses. Okay, let's see if we can pop this panel off and have a close look at these fuses. So we've got a fair few of these fuses here, so we're going to go through and just test every single one and make sure we've still got continuity and make sure the fuses are okay. Just going to start with a basic test, continuity test. Multimeter beeps when you get a good connection, and we're just going to go across the terminals for both of them and see what we can find. Well, these look pretty grubby. We'll give them a quick clean up. Bit of sandpaper, see what we can do. Okay, went through my junk, found some fuses. Just to sort of show you guys a couple of the different fuses. These older cars generally have like a, with a lot of the older cars, you've either got a glass fuse, which is like this, or this particular car has got these little bullet type fuses. So I've found a few of those, which is good. But just to show you, a lot of more modern day cars actually have what they call a blade fuse. So that's a blade fuse there. Again, slightly more modern. Blade fuse, but really small. And even more modern cars actually have a slightly smaller fuse again, still that blade style of fuse. For me, I'm going to pop these little suckers in, see if the wipers start to work. Going to need to get some more of these. Took me a while to find them. Okay, so now that I've cleaned it up, we're going to just turn the ignition on, see if we can get these wipers to work and function. Probably not. Nope, nothing. All right, next thing is let's check the power wires at the motor, see if we've got power. Okay, so the wiper motor for these cars is actually located up under here in the plenum chamber. I'm going to pop these clips off and see if we can get this to come out. All right, so it's reading millivolts there, which is because it's not connected to anything, but we've got it on battery voltage. We've tested it, make sure the meter's working. And now we're going to plug into this and just see if we can get some power. So you want to find yourself a good earth point. Engine's always good for an earth point. And we'll plug it in and see what we can find. Ignition on with the wipers switched on. Showing 5 volts, 10 volts, 8 volts, 10 volts. All right, so we've definitely got power. Okay, so we've tested the motor. We know there's getting power to it because we've had a look at the multimeter. We've now got it powered on, and we're just going to try and see if we can give it a little bit of persuasion. Bring it back around.
Okay, so the wiper's actually started to move. So we're going to see if we can pull this apart and give it a clean up. Righto, let's attack this earth point first. Okay, I'm going to pop these wiper arms off now. Turn this on and see what happens. Sounds rough as guts. We really need to pull that motor apart a bit better and give it a good clean, and all those parts underneath, we need to give them a good clean as well. So let's hit them with some rust off, a bit of WD, lubricate them up. Right, just pop down to Repco, grab a set of wipers. Perfect. All right, that's it from me. Hope you've enjoyed the video. We've got a lot of work ahead of us, obviously. The car itself is a very solid base for a project. A lot of things which we need to fix, mainly little things, smaller stuff. A couple of bigger things such as the rust up in that plenum there, but for me that shouldn't be too hard. And I'm going to show you guys that it's easy to do this kind of work at home with the right tools. You don't need a fancy workshop, you don't need fancy tools. Cheaper stuff works just as good in a lot of cases. So we'll get there. Take us a bit of time, but the whole idea of this is just to have a car that's cruisable, take it out on the weekends and enjoy it with the family, take it to a few car events. I've decided to go to the Cars and Coffees tomorrow, the local one, and take the car up there for a drive, see if the girls will come with me because it's a little bit early in the morning. That's it from me, and we'll see you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe.